Here we are, my first YouTube video. Never did I ever think I would ever make a YouTube, but here we are. I wanted to make a YouTube purely for the fact to just build something. Like, I really enjoy the idea of making content, but Instagram isn't really cutting it for me. It lacks a lot of depth for me personally. I enjoy having something where I write and people can subscribe to it. I've enjoyed building that out. And I think YouTube is just such a cool place where you can create depth, create longer form videos. I can actually connect and talk for longer. I'm not rushed with what I need to say. It's really cool to be able to document that while I'm overseas at the moment, to be able to share what's actually happening on a more deeper level. Um, yeah, it's just cool. I feel like Instagram is getting to the point, like, I've been thinking about where I want to take content and making videos, and Instagram, I was trying to refine it so much to the point where I feel like I was sort of losing my own voice. Like, what I was saying wasn't exactly wrong or bad, but I was like, I just want something where I can talk more. I enjoy talking. I don't usually talk and have a 1 to 3 minute conversation. It's usually more. So it sort of makes sense for me to be around here more and start creating these kind of videos, because I want to just do more of this, keep practicing communication and talking. I really enjoy it. I think for where I currently am, it's probably the best tool that I can just keep practicing to personally develop in my own life. So I'm happy to share that with other people so they can learn something along the way. And yeah, it's just something I think is super valuable to me and I hold quite closely. So here I am, making my first YouTube. Where am I? So I'm currently on an island off Panama called Bocas del Toro. Panama's always been a dream of mine. I see it in all the movies and I'm like, damn, I just need to get here. I'm currently sitting by the ocean, watching the sun go down, and it's beautiful. I got here through basically getting to a point where I felt a very strong pull to travel. Latin America, more South America, but so I just made it central as well. The whole of like Latin America has been a very strong pull for some reason for me in my life. I've always really dreamed of coming here. I think I thought I could only do it when I was older, but I was like, why not now? I was working in a job role where I was helping troubled youth. That was my last job, and the previous one before that, I was working in the mines in it's like civil construction in the Northern Territory in Australia, in the outback. And I was a bit worn out after that. I did troubled youth work. I did youth work for about 9 months, and each job that I've been in has been shorter and shorter and shorter. Yeah, and it was time. I went to Nepal at the end of last year. I sat a 10-day Vipassana silent retreat that went for 10 days. And that really gave me some clarity and perspective around what I really want in my life right now. I want more exposure to the real world. I want real life experience, and I want to be able to help others through my own real life experience, not just intellectual information like reading a book. Actually going out there and trying and seeing for myself to create my own judgment of the world and my life. So yeah, after working and doing that, I quit that job at the start of this year. And I booked a one-way ticket into Latin America. I sold my car. Like I said, I quit my job. I got rid of some other expensive things that I had. Basically just clean the slate up. To be honest, people can see it in a way where it's like, oh, how could you do that? Or it can seem scary or foreign, which it is. I've never done it before, but it felt really right. It felt like exactly what I had to do. So for me, I had no problem doing it. I loved the car that I had. It was amazing. It was great. But I was like, why? Why not go and do this? So we flew into Costa Rica in San Jose. We teed up some volunteer work in the jungle for a month. So we slept outside. We lived outdoors. We didn't have any enclosed rooms on the property that we had access to. We just ate real food. We ate whole foods, heaps of steamed vegetables. I bought a drone 2 days before I flew out, so I offered to make them content with my drone, which is good for me because I can create content for myself, I can create it for them. So that's why I bought it. I was like, this can be a really cool tool that I can learn how to use and document my own journey, well, what it's like to travel the world, while doing that for volunteer work and getting amongst and being involved in communities. So yeah, we lived out in the jungle for a month, got connected to some really cool people out there. We had a really nice time. We recorded footage for them. Worked on the roads. We helped them with their foods and all that kind of stuff, with all the cooking. We did a lot of maintenance around the property. We did some bricklaying. My partner did some painting. I did some painting. I actually tapped into the creative skills I didn't even know I ever had, which is exactly why we do this kind of stuff. You do not realize what you're capable of doing, what you're capable of handling, the risk you can go through, and the character you can develop along the way of traveling the style that I'm currently traveling. When I went to Nepal last year and I sat the retreat and then I hiked the Himalayas for 2 weeks, we went about 5,400 meters, did the Annapurna circuit, over 2 weeks, massive hike. And we stayed in a hotel after that, and I got really agitated in that hotel. I got really frustrated because I'm like, I don't want to be a tourist. I want to be involved. I want to be getting around communities, different nationalities, cultures, ways of living, and really challenge what I've always known. To me, that is such a pure form of self-growth. So yeah, it was a really big thing, getting rid of everything, leaving all my family and saying goodbye. But being here has been the best decision that I've ever made, because I've gotten a lot of clarity on my own life and what I really know that I want, what I know that I don't want. And really backing myself and being out here is probably the biggest thing when it comes to where I've been trying to head with my goals, is building that self-trust with myself, where I take the bet and I take the risk on myself to go and do the thing. So now we're in Panama. That's where we are at the moment. I've been here for 3 weeks now, staying for 4. We're extending our trip for a week because I'm just in a really nice flow state with work. Everything's been flowing. The people are great. The work's nice. The volunteering role is really fun. We do some maintenance. We have fun with the local guys that work here. We get to cook with them. We get to serve meals, waitress and bartend. We're in the low season, so it's just super chill, and it's just fun to be around people right now that I'm hanging out with them and I don't even know what they're saying. They're speaking Spanish and I can't speak Spanish very well, but we still connect and work together and have fun. And that's just what I love about this world, is you don't have to really understand each other and get each other when it comes to language. You can just co-op, work together and work it out. And I think it's really fun. Even the bartending and the waitressing, it's been so much fun. Like, I didn't think I'd enjoy it so much. I think it's so funny being able to observe people and see where people are at that are coming in and coming out, and talking to all the guests. I get to just have my breakfast, walk into the kitchen, make myself a coffee, eat food, and like, it's so much cooler when you're involved in what's actually going on rather than just staying. Even now when I leave Panama, I'm not taking the plane out like we flew in. I already not regret, but I observe and see the way that I rushed to get here, and I have so much time. I've got nothing to go back to. I'm planning on staying over here for the rest of the year. So being able to slow down and catch some buses and just really get into the grittiness and the realness of traveling. Not the beauty and perfection where you have the flights and you have the hotels and all that stuff. Just staying in the hostels where you meet random people, you get to connect with people from all over the world, and being able to be amongst these kinds of places and volunteer with them and work with them and get to know them. It's been really cool working at retreat centers and seeing how they operate and how they do things. It's a passion of mine. I like the idea of all that kind of stuff. So for me, it's been amazing to be out here and to be learning about all of that. Yeah, so when we leave here, We're going to catch the bus out and we're going to trickle back down through Panama to a couple of different places and end up in Colombia. Through Colombia, I think after that we're going to hit Ecuador. Then we'll be going to Peru. I'm going to book an Amazon exhibition and go camp out in the Amazon for a week. I'm going to try and document that too. Super keen for that. Then I think we've now done some research on Bolivia. Bolivia looks beautiful. I think we're going to go there and head down to Argentina and Chile, down the Patagonia region, and really take our time in Argentina and have a look around. And yeah, it's a huge trip, but there's really nowhere else I want to be right now. Like, I really like being in the tropics and being out here. The isolation is beautiful. It's really nice to just get into a very simple routine, moving the body, eating some clean foods, talking to new people, and trying to build out my own ways of content and videoing and just progressing as a human in ways that I actually want to. That's probably the most important thing. I've really enjoyed doing that. I've found so much growth since the start of the year that I didn't even see coming when it came to making videos and doing this kind of stuff. It's been incredible. I really encourage people to do it. It's exactly why I'm going to post this on YouTube and start making long form content. I feel so much better and connected with myself and with even the camera and just talking, making YouTubes rather than just a couple minute Instagram videos, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm at. How I'm feeling, like I said, I'm feeling great. There's good days, there's bad days. That is life. That's how I see it. But it's just different out here. It's so cool knowing that I'm on the other side of the world right now, and I'm really living the dream that I dreamed about only a few months ago. When I was in Nepal in late November, early December, we were mapping out a South America trip and Central America trip before we even landed back in Melbourne, and we left by late March. So what did we do? We had the Christmas rush, and then we got stuck into work for a couple months while we were planning passports and things like that to go back overseas. And yeah, by late March we were out of there. Yeah, what have I learned so far? I think the biggest lesson that I've taken away is self-trust, is really believing in yourself and giving yourself permission to just go and chase your dreams. Like, I think in some of the past jobs that I've worked in, it's been really sad to see older people give up in a sense. Like, you know, you never know their full story or their why, but the way their attitude is and the way that they see the world so negatively and so against them. Even when I worked out in the mines, like, everyone just hated their job. Everyone hated being there. They all, seems like, pretended to like each other. And it was very confusing. All I wanted to do was try and help them in some way. And it was a big eye-opener for me working out there. To be honest, I didn't learn much hands-on construction skill-wise, but what I learned about people and human behaviors while working there, I was constantly reading after work, during lunch breaks, and yeah, just observing that scene was really crazy to me. I actually lost that job too, which is exactly why I'm here. It's always the way, you know. When I lost that job, there was a hint of humility, but other than that, it was like, wow, what a clear signal. I didn't fit in with the category of people there. I was always disagreeing with people there. I could never see eye to eye. Didn't really believe in what they were doing. Yeah, I had a couple good guys there, some younger guys, and the guy that got me the job, he's awesome. But yeah, besides that, it was pretty crazy. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Is really good. All those signals all lined up. Getting rid of my car and having no attachment to material things. It's great. It's really cool. It's a feeling that I think everyone should feel at least once, to understand how much of a different type of lifestyle you can have when you are not so fixed to consuming and buying so many products and having to live such a busy, noisy life, you know. It's really cool. So yeah, moving forward, I want to make more of these. I don't know how often I'm going to make them, but all I know is that I'm enjoying it right now. It's really cool. I bought all the gear, got the camera and the mic and stuff, so it all lines up really well. I've got everything. So I love learning new things. I like learning new skills. So for me to be able to do this and make longer videos is something that I'm actually really passionate about, to be honest. It's really cool. So yeah, I'll be working on this, and then I'll be working on another project I've got going, which is Inner Animal. This is a service dedicated to helping people build a better relationship with themselves, one that they actually want. I feel like a lot of people, myself included, I've been doing a lot of work over the last 3 years, flying across the world, sitting these silent retreats, hiking the Himalayas, and coming out here and booking one-ways and selling cars and working out in crazy remote areas off grid. There's been so much moving from a country town back to a city, working in the city, all that kind of stuff. It's hectic. That's what the last 3 years of my life has looked like. I could make another video on that. And yeah, after all that, I've gained a lot of clarity in a direction I want to go in, which for me is huge. Huge. Put a lot of pressure on myself to have everything figured out and try and understand what I want to do. And as soon as I sort of let go of that, a lot of positive thoughts were coming through. A lot of cool connections were made, and yeah, a lot of change within myself has come out of that, which is really nice. So yeah, in Animal, we're focusing on building a better relationship with yourself. So I'm currently at a stage where I've made an Instagram for it. I posted on my personal page, did a public speaking challenge for 60 days that I carried out to about 80. Kept the consistency pretty good, and then just burnt out over the last couple of weeks due to making a big batch of content, reviewing it, and just seeing that I was having my biggest issue was I didn't have a creativity problem. The creativity was there, but it was when I come up with an idea, how I deliver that in front of the camera, it just wasn't hitting. Now I'm coming to YouTube, and I'm going to try it in a different angle, an angle that I think is going to be more suited to myself. So yeah, I got to that point, did that, found heaps of improvement in that, and then I've been working on Inner Animal for like probably 12 months, just going back and forwards with ways and being too scared to share things and pulling myself back and saying you're too young and you're too this and you're too that. Had a lot of false beliefs around what I can and can't do, and didn't have the self-trust. So I just had to build some more of myself before I could go and help others. And I feel like I'm in a good place now where I can proudly say that I can do that. And I'm certain that that can happen through my own direct experience, which is exactly what I was just lacking. And I still always do want to learn and keep going in this direction of self-discovery, but yeah, I just needed a little bit more before I could dive in to help others. So yeah, I sort of took the foot off the gas a little bit and booked a few more trips and did some more cool things, and I'm just in a really good place now with all of that, and I'm really positive about what I'm building and what I want and the service that I want to create for people. It's really wholesome to me, and through my other experiences with youth work and working the mines and doing a construction trade, I'm not sure, helping people is just a really cool way of doing that. There's so many different ways you can help people. My biggest shift in life has been when I've gotten help from people internally, and they've been able to shift my beliefs, my thought patterns, my behaviors, my perspective, way of thinking, how I see myself, my self-image, all that kind of stuff. Another big one's been the gym. It's been physical movement, but my biggest thing has been around mentality and being able to live life with a more balanced mind through understanding more about who you are and what you actually want. So yeah, that's a project I'm diving into. It's the first time I've actually shared it. So if you get this far, you get to watch it, you get to see it, you get to hear it. yeah, I'm in the early stages of building out some of my own frameworks that I've learnt. And yeah, I've still got a lot of traveling to do, so I can't really take anyone on at the moment, but yeah, there'll come a time. I think around maybe August, it'll be fine, but at the moment I'm still traveling for myself and learning and really taking these experiences on and doing things that I've been dreaming about for a long time. So yeah, I'm excited to chuck it all out on the plate and share it more on YouTube and yeah, just self-express, document and show you where I am right now, how I got here and where I plan on going. Because things never work out perfectly, but you learn some cool lessons on the way, and I think when you can share that with people, it's been a really big help in my life when I've got to see mentors of mine and people that I look up to and aspire to have been able to share things on platforms like this. You know, there's two ways you can use things like this. You can consume it positively or you can consume it negatively. The other side is obviously not consuming and building something out of it and creating. But there's definitely a positive way that you can use platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and things like that. And I think something that I really believe in is long form content to fix attention span. I've been through phases where my attention span has been shocking. It's been so bad, like you endlessly scroll, it's numbing. It takes zero brain power and effort. Gives you straight dopamine hits that just lead to crazy crashes and really negative, doubt, fearful states. It's horrible. So that's why I like long form. That's why I like writing, getting people into a newsletter style where they have to read something, they have to slow down and just take a minute, you know, to actually get something out of it. Make long form where people actually watch and you get to build a connection and depth with what it is that you're doing. That's why Instagram for me is a little bit shallow, but I still need to learn how to use it. So yeah, the depth is everything to me, really. It's hard. I think, yeah, where I was going wrong with the videos that I was making is they were lacking depth and I was feeling rushed using Instagram. Maybe I don't know how to use it in the right way yet. You know, I've only made 150 posts. So to me, I'm more than happy to keep practicing that because I believe that it can be done in a great way. But I'm keen to get on here and just share some more of this. So yeah, if you've gotten this far, thanks. I really appreciate it and I appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Plenty more to come. And message me and shoot me any questions. Any questions about travel, what you want to see, what you want to know. My past, where I am now, where I'm going, anything. I want to interact with more people. I really enjoy it. I don't care if I talk to you every day or if I don't talk to you at all. It's great to hear from people and to see where they're at. So, yeah. I appreciate you watching and chat soon.